You've spent a lifetime building some serious wealth inside your retirement accounts, and that's fantastic. But did you know there's a mandatory government rule that could be quietly, year after year, eroding the legacy you plan to leave behind? Well, in this quick explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on a really powerful strategy that can turn this tax burden into a completely tax-free inheritance for your family. So let me just ask you this straight up. Are your required minimum distributions, your RMDs, a threat to your legacy? You know, you've done everything right to build this incredible nest egg, but could the very rules designed for retirement actually undermine what you want to leave behind? For a lot of high net worth individuals, this isn't just a possibility, it's a very real risk. And this really gets to the heart of what we call the high net worth dilemma. If you have large qualified accounts, we're talking traditional IRAs, 401ks, you're basically facing a unique set of challenges. It's really a fundamental conflict between two very important but competing financial goals. See, on one hand, of course you want your assets to keep growing, right? To maximize their potential. But on the other hand, you want to preserve that wealth for your kids, your grandkids, your favorite charity. The problem is government rules can force you to do things that actively work against preserving that legacy. And this brings us right to the center of the issue, those RMDs. So what in the world is a required minimum distribution, or RMD? Well, simply put, it's a withdrawal the government forces you to take from your tax-deferred retirement accounts every single year, usually starting in your 70s. And here's the most important part to understand. Every single dollar you're forced to take out is taxed as ordinary income. And this mandatory withdrawal, it creates what we call the RMD tax trap. And trust me, it's not just some minor inconvenience. It can actively eat away at the very legacy you've worked so hard to build for the people you care about. So let's break down exactly how this happens. It really creates this damaging chain reaction. First, the RMDs force you to pull money out, whether you actually need the income or not. Then, that money gets hit with taxes right off the top at your ordinary income rate. So not only does this shrink your estate year after year, but your beneficiaries, well, they're often left facing their own tax bill on whatever's left over. But what if you could turn this tax trap into a strategic advantage? Well, you can. There is a much smarter way to handle this. We're going to walk through a pretty sophisticated two-step approach that completely reframes this RMD problem and actually turns it into a powerful wealth preservation solution. Okay, so here's exactly how the strategy works. First, we help you roll over those qualified funds into a very specific type of annuity, one chosen for its enhanced death benefit. This feature alone helps maximize the value that's going to be left to your heirs. Now, you still have to take your RMDs from this annuity, but here's the brilliant part. You take those forced, taxable distributions and you use them to fund a permanent life insurance policy. And the result? You've just systematically converted a taxable headache into a powerful, tax-free asset for your family. And this is where the magic happens. This is the powerful transformation. You're not just trying to minimize a tax bill anymore. You are actively converting taxable, inefficient dollars into a powerful, completely tax-free inheritance for the next generation. It's a total, fundamental shift in how your wealth gets transferred. And this is the whole goal, right here. We're not just going to sit back and accept the taxable distribution. No way. We're going to strategically redirect it to create what actually matters most, a larger, cleaner inheritance that reaches your loved ones without that big tax bite taken out of it. Let's just compare the outcomes side by side. A standard inheritance from a qualified account, well, it leaves your beneficiaries with a tax bill, and a lot of times the funds are paid out slowly over time. But with this strategy, the life insurance death benefit passes to them 100% income tax-free, and typically in a single lump sum. The difference in the net value your family actually gets to keep can be absolutely profound. Now, look, every person's situation is different. It's unique, and the numbers have to make sense for you. That's why the next step isn't about guessing. It's about sitting down and creating a personalized plan that's based on your specific assets and your specific goals. So please stop guessing with your family's financial future. You have an incredible opportunity here to be strategic, to be intentional with the legacy you leave. And at the Annuity Expert, this is what we do. We specialize in designing and executing these advanced strategies for our affluent clients. We can run a personalized analysis, no obligation, to show you exactly how this strategy could work for your specific situation. I really encourage you to take that next step.
Call one of our specialists directly at 770-755-1565, or you can visit us online and request a custom quote at annuityexpertadvice.com. Let us show you the real math behind securing your family's financial legacy. You've already done the hard work of building this incredible wealth. The question now is, are you ready to take that final, crucial step to protect it and pass it on in the smartest, most efficient way possible? Are you ready to create a larger, cleaner, and truly tax-free legacy?